So what really happens in the moments after we die? You know, we all kind of picture it like a switch flipping off. Lights out, game over, an instant end. But what if I told you the science paints a much, much different picture? A story that isn't about an abrupt stop, but a slow, almost poetic biological unraveling.
Let's just ask it straight up. Is it really all over in a flash? Is death just some finish line you cross and that's it? The truth is, the scientific reality is way more complex, and honestly, it challenges pretty much everything we've been led to believe.
And this idea right here, this is the key to everything we're talking about today. It completely reframes the conversation. See, death isn't a door slamming shut. It's more like a slow dissolve, an unraveling. It's a biological process with its own distinct and fascinating stages.
All right, so let's start where we usually think the story ends. Let's talk about the Great Shutdown. This is the first phase, the one that happens pretty quickly. It's the moment when the body, as a whole system, starts to power down. The first dominoes begin to fall.
It all happens so fast, and it all kicks off in the brain. Within just a few seconds of losing oxygen, its neurons, the messengers of our every thought and feeling, they start to fade. After about 5 minutes or so, consciousness, as we understand it, is gone. And get this, the heart falling silent, that actually happens a few minutes after that.
So once the heart stops, well, that's kind of the point of no return for the body's big systems. I mean, think about it. Without blood circulating, there's no oxygen, no nutrients getting anywhere. The liver can't filter, the kidneys can't do their job, the pancreas just shuts down. They all begin this quiet surrender. And this is what we call clinical death. But, and this is a big but, the story is far from over.
Let's keep going because this is where things get really, really remarkable. See, deep inside the body, which is now still, a strange and totally unexpected resistance starts up. It turns out that life, well, it leaves behind these hidden embers.
And this brings us to a really crucial distinction. There's systemic death, and then there's cellular life. The organism as a whole, the interconnected system, has failed. But on a tiny microscopic level, you've got these little pockets of individual cells that just keep going. It's like they haven't gotten the memo that the main office is closed down. They just keep on working.
For example, the cells in our corneas, our skin, even our muscles, they can all keep functioning for hours after the heart has stopped. They're just these little isolated survivors, carrying on with the jobs they were programmed to do.
And then you've got the ultimate survivors, stem cells. It's actually incredible. These fundamental building blocks of our bodies can stay viable for up to 72 hours. That's 3 full days after clinical death. It's just a stunning testament to how resilient life really is.
But maybe the most haunting, the most mind-bending part of this entire process is what scientists have found happening deep inside our own DNA. It's a phenomenon they've actually named the Twilight of death.
This is where the whole unraveling story gets truly weird. The twilight of death is this bizarre event where, hours after the whole system is shut down, certain genes, they actually switch themselves back on. They reactivate, sending out this final, almost ghostly echo of genetic activity.
So, what are these so-called death genes? Well, some of them kind of make sense. You see genes for stress response and immunity flaring up, almost like the body's trying to fight off some massive injury. But what's truly astonishing are the other genes that kick back on. Genes that are linked to embryonic development. Yeah, the very same genetic blueprint used to build a life from scratch suddenly reactivates at the very, very end.
The way researchers even talk about this is kind of chilling. It's as if the body's fundamental programming senses this catastrophic failure and, in one final desperate act, tries to mount a defense, to heal itself, maybe even to rebuild itself from the ground up.
So, when you put all of these pieces together, it gives us a completely new way of looking at what it even means to die. It's not just a moment in time, it's this profound biological cascade of events. This is the big takeaway here. Death is not an on-off switch. It's a slow, layered, and deeply complex process. Life doesn't just stop cold. It dissolves, it fades, and it even echoes long after that final breath is gone. So in the end, it's not really about that one single silent heartbeat. It's about this slow unraveling of a lifetime of biological complexity. It's like a final, defiant whisper from the body that used to be. Which, of course, leaves us with one last lingering thought. A question that goes a little beyond biology and maybe into philosophy.
If life isn't something that just ends, but something that fades away layer by layer, well, where exactly does it go?